Hi.
This isn't a train.
We're in a car.
What?
Where are we?
We're at Braystones.
In Cumbria. We're in a hire car. It's by a caravan park. We had to come down a little road to get here. The weather is...
questionable.
There's some wind.
But nonetheless, we're going to walk.
We are. So we're going to get a northbound train, one stop
Okay.
to Netherton.
Mm-hmm.
And
That way.
then walk back to where we are now at Braystones.
In the rain.
Would you like to officially introduce the video?
Welcome to the least used station in Cumbria.
Like, when we talk about it being right on the beach, railway track, station, beach, sea, it's right there. It's right there. I was really hoping that because we're here in August, the weather would be better. That is not the case.
It's raining. There's a little sign that says platform 9 3/4 on the house next to the platform.
I've noticed it has this shelter, which handily, or not handily, it's just got a whole panel missing, so the wind just...
This is for your sea view. This is your unimpeded sea view.
But note how the shelter is facing like back to front.
Because they know that the wind and the weather's going to come off the sea, don't they?
I feel I should set you a little challenge right now though.
How wet can I get in the next 30 seconds?
Obviously, because this is a special one, because Vicky's here,
Hey!
you have to measure the platform.
Not
But
in the rain!
I want to know which has got the longest platform.
Rain. 237.
How many?
237.
Alright, so we'll compare when we get to Netherton.
Okay.
Alright, do you want to go sit in the car for 5 minutes?
Yes.
It's worth noting that Braystones is also a request stop, so you get to...
Oh, to make my intent clear.
So much water on the lens.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Give us a wave. Bye.
What now?
So if you remember, I got off here.
Yeah.
Well, you just carried on to St Bees, and I had a moment of like, wow, welcome to Netherton.
$163.
Which is longer?
Braystones.
Which is shorter?
Netherton.
Just checking.
For pure clarity, I started each measurement where it says you cannot cross past this point because I like to obey the rules. So even though the physical platform might have gone longer, I started both where it says you mustn't cross this line.
We're in the tiny waiting platform shelter on...
This one's facing the right way.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's platform 1 or platform 2. There's only a single platform now here in Netherton. There used to be 2 platforms.
Uh-huh.
There used to be a ticket office.
Uh-huh.
It used to have like, there was like an old siding here. It was full on.
Little cafe.
There might not have been a cafe. And a few years ago, they were like, it was getting 1,000 passengers a year. But Vicky, how many passengers, according to the OR stats 2017, get at Netherton?
532.
Which divided by 365 is going to be about 1.7, isn't it? Hang on, I'll do it.
So we've broken the stats already today.
532 divided by 365. 1.45
Okay.
per day.
On average.
I'm interested to know why it's fallen from like 1,000 of 4 or 5 years ago down to like halved. But I think they've increased the number of trains stopping here, including Sunday services.
So less people but more trains.
Yes, I think to do that we need to look at the timetable.
Okay.
We've got the timetables here. The line, it says, is Lancaster to Barrow and Carlisle. I think trains, do they go all the way through to Lancaster? Some of them come through from Manchester, that's interesting. But generally the pattern is going north, so we'll do Barrow up to Carlisle. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth one is a non-request stop, interestingly. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 trains going north. It's interesting that 15, 18 isn't a request. It's a stopper. If you slide on down, then going back the other way, going south, so coming from Carlisle, going through to Barrow and beyond, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hour gap. 4, 5, 6, 6, only 6. That's the weird thing. That's why we've had to get the train north today rather than south, because there's 3 more trains heading north than there are south. Sunday service, there is a Sunday service. I'm pretty sure there didn't used to be a Sunday service, and Northern in the May 2018 timetable only added in the Sunday service recently. But it's also interesting to note that on those southbound stoppers, they're all request stop, but that one northbound one, the 3:15, is that for school kids or something? Is there a school around here? Why is there one mandatory stop going northbound only at 3:15 in the afternoon? I feel like this wasn't here last time. I'm going to check the 2017 footage. What's very amusing about this, Northern, you're on it. Buy tickets, as we did. Except, it's the law obviously, buy from the ticket office or machine at this station. There ain't no ticket office or machine at this station. That is a perfect segue into discussing the delightful facilities at Netherton Station. It has a waiting shelter, and that's it. I'm pretty sure that was in, that's old ScotRail livery. Northern have borrowed some Scottish sprinters. They've removed the word ScotRail and they're running them down here. Still not a pacer. All there is the waiting shelter, timetables, and then a bin. And even the bin I have issue with, because we all know that I love a bin that blows in the breeze. But this is, I saw one earlier, I didn't want to highlight it at Braystones. It's the same here. What they've seemed to have done is put the bins inside a hard plastic tube which stops the bin bag from blowing in the breeze. Why would you do that?
We should create a hashtag. Let bin bags breeze.
Could you know what to do? Do it as the hand.
Hashtag let bin bags breeze.
Why would you do it? Look, it's there. Look.
It's so sad and contained. It's restrained. It's like it's in prison. You know, but to be fair, to be fair, it's probably, you know, to prevent rubbish from blowing around and polluting the environment. So swings and roundabouts, really. I've
been reading the Wikipedia entry. It says 5 trains call in each direction on request. That is not the case, so I can probably
update that.
Someone could update the Wikipedia entry. It also says that Pearson's 1992 railway guide described these as sort of as desolate as anything that you'll see on the British Rail network. These 2 stations, Netherton and...
I mean, it's pretty remote.
It's not quaint, is it? It's on the Jeff Desolate scale.
Have you created a new scale? You didn't agree with it. You didn't. What's the word? You didn't.
For all those that have watched the least used Hoscar,
like I have,
where we established the desolate scale. Vicky doesn't actually watch all my videos.
I have to eat and shower and stuff.
I've sort of unofficially started a desolate scale.
Wow.
I like Netherton because of its remoteness and because there are crashing waves literally right there, right by the edge.
It is incredible.
What can you see?
Oh, seagulls. I've got binoculars now because I'm cool. I really like looking through binoculars. but I can only see seagulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent, and I mean that in every sense of the word, beach at Netherton. You alright? Just walking along the beach. I mean, who the heck lives here? Who? That's someone's house. You live here with this as your view. Wow. We are almost back at Braystones. That's an amazing walk. There's somebody over there. They're driving a beach buggy.
That was the train. We made it back. It didn't stop.
Seeing the guy on the beach buggy.
It's
pretty windy.
It is.
But it did start raining.
It did.
On a scale of awesomeness.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah. It was the awe in awesome.
And we end up back where we started at Braystones.
That was a nice walk.
That was bracing.
All the cobwebs have disappeared.
There's a lot of fresh air. If you want fresh air, do the walk between Netherton and Braystones. We go?
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Oh, now.